This is LXBN TV, and I'm Colin O'Keefe. If you didn't already know, this past week was National Pro Bono Week. Now, joining me to look back on the week that was and highlight some recent pro bono efforts is Adam Friedl of Pro Bono Net. He is a pro bono coordinator with Pro Bono Net, and he also helps out with the Connecting Justice Communities blog. Adam, first, you've been running an excellent series of guest posts on the Connecting Justice Communities series this week. Can you tell me a little bit about this series and what stood out to you there as far as individuals' pro bono efforts?
Sure. Thanks, Colin. We've had a number of really fantastic posts this week. Every year during Pro Bono Week, we run a series of posts that have pro bono attorneys, law students, other people, providing particularly moving stories about why they do the work and maybe detailing some of their experiences. This year, we've been really fortunate to have a number of really fantastic and inspiring posts. A couple I would point to, Mike Wynn, who is an attorney at One Justice in California, wrote a great article or a great post where he compared lawyers doing this work to Cape Crusaders or superheroes. And I thought it was a really evocative comparison. We've had great posts from people from really across the legal spectrum. A couple from big firms like Mayer Brown and Kay Scholler that are just really thoughtful and moving about the reasons that they do pro bono and what it means to them. And then we've also had posts from law students and law school personnel, talking about their perspective and how it helps them, how pro bono helps them to get involved and understand what not only the privileges are of being a lawyer or in the legal field, but what your responsibilities are as well.
Absolutely. I thought that series of posts was excellent, and it showed the fact that these pro bono efforts aren't just done by certain types of lawyers. It isn't just small plaintiffs' lawyers, but they can be done from lawyers at large law firms as well. And second, speaking of another series of posts on Connecting Justice Communities, you guys also did an excellent series on pro bono work done in the wake of Superstorm Sandy. Can you tell me a bit about that series and what stood out to you and just how impactful was attorneys' pro bono work in the wake of the storm?
Sure. The short answer is very. Right after the storm, Pro Bono Net took a leading role in trying to coordinate providers from across the city. We're very fortunate here in New York that we have many, many lawyers, and they were absolutely willing to do whatever they could to help people in need after the storm. So we coordinated a series of biweekly phone calls. We created a listserv, people from firms, people from legal services organizations, from law schools, corporations, all working together and communicating with one another to coordinate their efforts. We also put on our site a series of we gathered a group of materials and kind of really assembled everything that was available for folks to do pro bono work. Any kinds of trainings that were out there, whether they be video or manuals, etc., was all available in one place on Pro Bono Net and easily accessible, and we thought that was really important. We've been involved in various other efforts, producing webinars and helping folks to do particular projects. Legal Services NYC, for example, did a great project where they partnered with law students to gather data about people who've been affected and really do a really data-driven assessment of what the legal needs are. And we were really happy to do a webinar with them to train those students. More recently, we've been using the blog connectingjusticecommunities.com for a great series of blog posts that we call our Sandy series. And In this, our program associate, Jake Hertz, conducts a number of interviews with folks who were really sort of leading figures in the legal relief efforts over the past year, and gets them to reflect on, what our community did well, what we didn't do so well and can do better next time. And it's just, I think, it's really thoughtful. It's really, exciting, and to see, for myself, having been a part of this work for the past year, to see such talented and motivated folks really taking the time to reflect and think about how we're going to move forward. It's really exciting. It's really fulfilling.
Absolutely. You guys are doing amazing work at Pro Bono Net, which everyone can check out at probono.net. And of course, to read the series that we've been mentioning, we've been discussing, be sure to visit connectingjusticecommunities.com. And then lastly, if you're not already watching us here on LXBN, be sure to swing by lxbn.com for more of these video interviews and curated commentary from our network of more than 8,000 members. Thank you for joining me today, Adam.
Thanks so much.